knock it down. Last contract. Can you give me back all the respect? Talking to myself, listen for nothing. I wanna stop it, stop it, wanna stop me too. No one can take me back to people I wasted. Right on my face, I can't defend to protect me again.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Philly, here in the Alamogordo Arena, here in Philly. We are live here in ECW. I've said we are live about 12 times because that's how excited I am. As you can see, the Alpha Academy makes their name known here tonight. If you have not been keeping up on the recent ECW episodes, Otis, Dozovic, and Chad Gable, they were sidelined after Legado del Fantasma's attack with minor injuries. Tucker Knight actually sustaining a lot more threatening injuries. Tucker Knight being to be sidelined indefinitely, but Chad Gable and Otis Dozovic made their return last week, attacking Legado del Fantasma and solidifying themselves as the next big tag team here on ECW and the next in line for those ECW Tag Team Championships. But he has to realize what is at stake here. As you can see, Legado del Fantasma make their way towards the ring, wherever they are. The Alhambra Arena here in Philly, as Legado del Fantasma just walking through the crowd here tonight, not even worried about a grand entrance, as it's going to be Otis Dozovic taking on Raul Mendoza here tonight to kick off ECW. We have a lot ahead of us here tonight, as we are going to be seeing matchups such as Austin Theory taking on Kota Ibushi in one hell of a cruiserweight encounter. We're going to be seeing Sami Zayn take on John Morrison in the main event for the Money in the Bank qualifier, and then Toni Storm will be taking on Sasha Banks as Toni Storm defends her ECW Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. But as you can see, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza, the team of Legado del Fantasma, they have been on the rise as of late, but now Raul Mendoza gonna have to be up against one hell of an opponent, as Otis Dozovic out of the gate tossing Raul Mendoza over his head. I mean, you can clearly see that Otis Dozovic has been taking some pointers from Chad Gable in the Alpha Academy. Oh, and look at that now, Mendoza, trying to knock Otis Dozovic off of his feet, but it's just not working. No matter what he does, it's just not working. It seems as if the more that he tries, the worse that it gets, as Otis Dozovic just immediately headbutting him right in the chest. Oh man, stomps him right in the back of his neck. And look at this now, Mendoza taking control. Otis Dozovic counters with a huge kick to the gut. And now Otis Dozovic powering Raul Mendoza up onto his shoulders. Look at this, just Otis Dozovic piling him around, and look at this, gonna take him on a ride, as he's gonna take him on an airplane spin, and Otis Dozovic, oh man. Surprised Otis hasn't even fell over from that yet. As you can see, Chad Gable in the corner, definitely liking what he sees for the moment, as Raul Mendoza seems to be getting back into this matchup. But Otis Dozovic utilizing that power, just tossing Raul Mendoza over his head. But yeah, a lot of matches here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of WrestleMania implications, and it's gonna be one hell of a night, as we are just one more ECW show away from WrestleMania. And now Otis Dozovic able to just sandwich Raul Mendoza, but he gets distracted as Joaquin Wilde is talking to Otis Dozovic, being distracted. Look at this now. Raul Mendoza is going to take control as Joaquin Wilde, he's taking control by distracting Otis Dozovic, and now Raul Mendoza going to the second rope off of that near fall. And look at this. Try to go for like a Grizzly Magnum off of the second rope. Wasn't able to counter, and now but he was able to counter right there with that right hand. Look at this now, attacking him into the corner. Man, right to the top of the head of Otis, and Otis Dozovic, the reverse, just gets dropped with a reverse DDT. And look at this, Cannonball Senton But Otis Dozovic able to maneuver himself out of the way. Otis Dozovic going to take control. What is he thinking here? Whoa, look at this now. Otis Dozovic rolling him over into a Boston Crab. A lot more submission-like from Otis here, surprisingly. But Otis Dozovic has that cinched in tight, but Raul Mendoza, oh, look at this now. Able to trip up the big man. Able to get off of that pinfall. And look at this now. Raul Mendoza pushing him back. And now Raul Mendoza going to take control, sends him away. Look at this. Whoa, rolls him away. And look at this. He has him into a small package hold. Otis Dozovic's shoulders are down. He could be losing the match here. Now Otis Dozovic, he's not in the driver's seat anymore. Raul Mendoza getting a quick bit of offense here. Trying to attack Otis Dozovic on all angles. But there you see Otis Dozovic utilizing his strength advantage and taking care of this former Cruiserweight Classic competitor. As Otis Dozovic just splashes Raul Mendoza into the corner. Wait a minute, this is signature Otis Dozovic. And look at this, he's about to take him on a ride. And look at this, he's going to drop the elbow, the caterpillar. And then, oh, wait a minute, come on. Now Joaquin Wilde distracting Otis Dozovic once again. Chad Gable trying to lead Otis Dozovic to a victory, but Raul Mendoza and Legado del Fantasma has their ways as Mendoza lands on his feet, going to take control off of the distraction. He nails him with a bulldog, going to go to the top rope. I don't know what he has in mind, but it is not good. Oh, diving leg drop quickly into the pinfall. 1, 2. Otis Dozovic could be down and out, but I think Otis Dozovic got his right shoulder up before the referee was able to count to 3. But now, as you can see, Raul Mendoza going to take control again. Whoa! Rolls the Otis Dozovic down. And look at this, into the Tequila Sunrise. Beautiful way to wear down a bigger opponent. But at the same time, you put yourself at risk for that. For Otis Dozovic to get out of that hold. And now Otis Dozovic again going to take control of the matchup. Oh, wait a minute, Otis Dozovic. Oh, no, this is a bad position. Oh! Huge Vader bomb onto Raul Mendoza. And wait a minute now, Otis Dozovic, he's going to take him for a ride with the Steak and Shake. And into the pimp. Oh, come on. Otis Dozovic has this matchup won, but Joaquin Wilde getting involved again just cost Otis Dozovic this matchup. And you see Otis Dozovic, he is not happy. And look at this, Otis Dozovic, oh, he's already asking to fight. Oh, wait a minute now. Raul Mendoza keeps up to his feet. He had no idea. And then to a crucifix pin once again. Mendoza has Otis Dozovic's shoulders down. Oh, but no. Otis Dozovic able to get the kick out. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Joaquin Wilde just slid a chair into the ring. And, I don't even think Otis Dozovic notices as he drops Raul Mendoza with a belly-to-belly suplex. And wait a minute. Oh! Mendoza swiping out Otis Dozovic's legs from under him. And wait a minute, I don't know. Wait, what is Mendoza doing? Picks up the chair. Oh no! Oh! Oh, are you kidding? Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Raul Mendoza just cost himself the matchup by hitting Otis Dozovic with a chair. But there you see Legado del Fantasma attacking Chad Gable. And it seems as if this was the plan all along. And oh no, Santos Escobar, Phantom Driver on the check. Wait a minute. No way. No way. Oh my God! The Celtic Warrior! It's Sheamus! Sheamus is back on ECW! And look at this now. Santos Escobar and Joaquin Wilde making their way towards the ring. And wait a minute, wait. Joaquin Wilde stops himself. Raul Mendoza picking up a microphone in the middle of the ring and saying that, oh, wait a minute, but Sheamus wants this fight. Oh, as he's just taking care of Legado del Fantasma one at a time. Look at this. Sheamus attacking Joaquin Wilde and Santos Escobar all at once. Escobar trying to throw a shot, but Sheamus just keeps replying with another. Oh, no. Sheamus, Saito suplex delivered, but look at this. Santos Escobar trying to get the best of the Celtic Warrior. But Sheamus able to counter with a huge knee strike. And Sheamus with a brogue kick right to the face with such speed to Joaquin Wilde. But look at this now. Sheamus going to take control. Grabs it. Santos Escobar. Oh no, this is a bad position for the high cross. Sheamus has just disposed of 2 out of 3 members of Legado del Fantasma. But there you see Raul Mendoza staring down the barrel of a throat kick as Sheamus stares him down. Oh no. Look on the other side of the ring. Look on the other side of the ring. Otis Dozovic is back up. Raul Mendoza, I don't think he has any clue. Chad Gable's still down and out here, and Sheamus just gets down. I don't even think he knows what's going on. But Otis Dozovic taking the attack onto Raul Mendoza. Oh no, wait a minute. Throws him away. Oh no, no, no. Drops him on the back of his head. Otis Dozovic disposing of Legado del Fantasma's 3rd member. And now, there you see Sheamus and Otis Dozovic celebrating in the middle of the ring. It seems as if Sheamus offering his help to the Alpha Academy. And Sheamus making his return, making a save. It looks like Chad Gable still recovering. And look at this, Otis Dozovic gonna pick up Chad Gable. Gonna make sure he's okay, take him all the way back to the locker room. Sheamus in pursuit behind him. What a way to kick off ECW with the return of the Alpha Academy, the return of Sheamus, and the pure insanity that Legado del Fantasma just inflicted onto ECW. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Later tonight, we're going to be seeing some hellacious matchups as Austin Theory will be going one-on-one with the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi. That is set in stone, ladies and gentlemen. But also, Sami Zayn versus John Morrison in a Money in the Bank qualifying matchup, where the winner will be the first man representing ECW in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania. But up next right now, ladies and gentlemen, the ECW Women's Championship will be on the line as Toni Storm steps into the ring to defend her title against the boss, Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks winning a Battle Royal last week. A Battle Royal which involved Rhea Ripley, Shotzi Blackheart, Bianca Belair, former ECW Women's Champion Liv Morgan, and Asuka. Sasha Banks able to outlast the other 5 women and to get this opportunity here tonight. The ECW Women's Championship has only been held by 2 women, Liv Morgan and Toni Storm. Toni Storm winning that title at the most recent ECW pay-per-view event at Living Dangerously, where she countered Liv Morgan's Tilt-A-Whirl Hurricane Rana into a Storm Zero and was able to pick up the win and retain her title. But Sasha Banks, one of the most dedicated members here on ECW, had a hellacious feud with Bianca Belair for the past couple of months, which transpired with a Singapore Cane match, which Sasha Banks was successful in. But Sasha Banks now finally getting the opportunity, getting the next bit of offense as she finally gets her first Women's Championship matchup in a long time. I don't ever recall Sasha Banks ever having an opportunity, unless it was season 1, where she challenged Nia Jax and Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship, which was the older championship at the time. But as you can see, Toni Storm, the ECW Women's Champion, makes her way towards the ring. There you see Toni Storm with this new attitude, this swagger about her that she, now that she's champion, she can hold. I mean, I would definitely hold that same type of swagger if I was able to say I beat the first ever women's champion on ECW. But there you see Toni Storm making her way into the ring. Will Toni Storm hold that championship one last time, or will we see the reign of Toni Storm continue? But as we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, the ECW women's division has really been on fire, talking about the new signees that have been put into place. I mean, as you saw, Sasha Banks, defeated Toni Storm, or defeated Shotzi Blackheart and defeated Rhea Ripley. 2 superstars that debuted not even 2 weeks ago. And, everybody's gunning for that ECW women's title, so Paul Heyman said, all right, let's throw everybody in the ring. Let's see who's going to be the person who deserves the title the most. And as you saw, Sasha Banks was the person to eliminate Shotzi Blackheart to win that that championship opportunity. But there you see Toni Storm with a look of just straight aggression on her face as she holds up that ECW Women's Championship. But Toni Storm, it seems as if, you know, she's definitely not having cold feet. She's defended the Women's Championship once before against Liv Morgan. I mean, she was the one who was attacked by Rhea Ripley and saved by Shotzi Blackheart. So all we need to know is who's going to be the person to walk out as the champion. Who is going to walk out with the next bit of opportunity? And here we go. Toni Storm in the bottom right, Sasha Banks in the top left. We are going to continue this whole night of action as we have Theory versus Ibushi on the way. We have Sami Zayn versus John Morrison in the main event of the evening. That is going to be one hellacious matchup, especially knowing that those two men's history with ladders. But Toni Storm now going to take control once again. Oh man, just using these elbows onto the back of the neck of the boss. It seems as if Toni Storm is showing this more aggressive side if she wants to keep the ECW Women's Championship. Toni Storm immediately out of the gate, pushing Sasha Banks towards the ropes off of the headlock. Oh my god, and Sasha Banks just went head first into a headbutt from Toni Storm, rolling into the pinfall. Could have it here, but no, not even a count of two before Toni Storm was able to get the kick out. And wait, Sasha Banks able to throw Toni Storm over her shoulder. Sasha Banks is going to take control. Look at that, sending Toni Storm there. Whoa, Toni Storm tossing Sasha Banks over her head to the outside. And, oh, wait a minute now. Toni Storm, look at this. Oh, my God. Flying hip attack to Sasha Banks, knocking her out, knocking her down and out onto the floor. And there you see Toni Storm quickly dispersing of Sasha Banks, getting her back into the ring if she's going to defend her title like a true champion. As Toni Storm able to deliver a diving leg drop into the pinfall, but Sasha Banks able to get the kick out quickly. Toni Storm surprised by that sudden quick, not even 2 count, sudden quick 1 count. Oh, Toni Storm tried to go for another headbutt. Banks countered it and just nails her in the mouth with an elbow. Toni Storm did not fall over, but she did all that time with the Bulldog. Sasha Banks now going to take control. Oh, tried to throw that elbow once again. Toni Storm lifts her up and drops her down for a huge body slam. Sasha Banks nearly just sent herself through the mat there. And look at this now, Toni Storm with Sasha Banks in the corner. Oh, look at this now, Toni firing up. A hip attack into the corner. Toni Storm knowing that aggressive offense as she delivers. Sasha Banks has to be on the top of her game here tonight. And Sasha, look at this now, going to take control. Look at this, grabbing at the top of the head of Toni Storm. Sasha Banks just wrenching in this guillotine hold. This is what Liv Morgan put on Toni Storm to try to retain her title. But as you can see, Toni Storm able to get out of it. Oh, Toni Storm directing a drop kick directly into the face of Sasha Banks. And Toni Storm now taking control. Look at this, the STF locked in on Sasha. Toni Storm with the forearms wrapped around the chin of Sasha Banks. Oh, but Sasha able to get out of it with an elbow. Oh, and a second one directly to the nose of Toni Storm. But now, oh, Sasha Banks once again takes control. Running Bulldog, sending Toni Storm down and out. But now Sasha Banks is going to go to the top rope. This is not a good position. Sasha Banks drops the elbow. But Toni Storm moves out of the way. Toni Storm could have her in a position here. Oh, wait a minute now. What is this? Toni Storm. Uh-oh, look at this. A huge faith breaker. That huge faith breaker from Toni Storm. Oh, and now as you can see, Sasha Banks going to take control here once again with these elbows into the corner. Oh, and look at this, just continuing the attack. But Sasha Banks grabbing Toni Storm by the top of her hair and just pulling her in for these strikes. Oh, tried to go for a roundhouse kick. Toni Storm moves out of the way and tries to throw right. Sasha Banks throws the leg again with a kick to the leg. Oh, another. Toni Storm just still, oh, wait a minute now, look at this. Sasha Banks draping Toni Storm up on the top rope here. Oh! Corkscrew neck breaker, or fisherman's neck breaker from Toni Storm, or from Sasha Banks. Toni Storm down and out here. But no, Sasha Banks still has to do a little bit more damage before she can put away the ECW Women's Champion. And it seems as if the Women's Champion is coming back into this matchup. Look at this now. Grabs Sasha Banks, throws her over. Sasha Banks is able to roll her into a sunset flip position. Shoulders are down, but no. Sasha Banks didn't have a tight enough grip. Toni Storm immediately back up to her feet. Oh, tried to go for a shot here. Toni Storm, oh! Huge backstabber onto Sasha Banks. able to just knock her right back into the submission. Oh, a huge kick once again. Sasha Banks. Oh, Sasha pushing Toni Storm off of her with the kicks. Oh, wait, and talk about kicks again. Kicks her right in the spine. Sasha Banks still, relying on an opportunity, but Toni Storm coming at her like a house on fire. Sasha Banks throws her over with a dragon screw. And Toni Storm now trying to recover, getting back up to her feet. Sasha Banks getting in the face of Toni Storm. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Sasha Banks now grabbing Toni Storm. She's draped up on the middle rope and dropped down for a neck breaker. Sasha Banks still relying on her old tactics. And wait a minute now, this is one that always works. Sasha Banks bankrupt. She delivers bankrupt and into the pinfall. Has her legs and arms down, but no. Toni Storm able to get the kick out. Sasha Banks thought she had her put away with bankrupt. Oh, but wait a minute now. Toni Storm, able to return the favor. But look at this now. Toni Storm lifts up Sasha Banks and drops her down for a pile driver. Dropping her on the top of her head. Signature Toni Storm hooks the leg. 1, 2. Toni Storm could have her put away. But Sasha Banks, even a pile driver is not going to put away Sasha. A simple pile driver is not going to put away anyone. No Canadian Destroyer, no super kick, no nothing. It takes the amount of punishment and it takes the amount of grit you have to kick back out. And Sasha Banks is just relying on that. Looking at Toni Storm right in the face and delivers her a slap. And look at this now. Sasha Banks putting Toni Storm up on the top rope. I don't know what she has in mind here, but I know it is not good for anybody in this position. Sasha Banks draping the knees down. Toni Storm went crashing down to the mat into the pinfall. Sasha Banks nearly had this matchup won and the ECW Women's Championship around her waist. But Toni Storm just too quick on the draw, and Sasha Banks with a slap, but Toni Storm's pissed off again. Look at this now, coming at her with this aggressive offense. The Aussie Autobot is not giving up here. Toni Storm now going to go into the corner again for a hip attack. It just seems as if the more that Sasha Banks fights, the more that Toni Storm comes at her with. As Toni Storm now bridges her into an armbar. Sasha Banks is in a bad way. Toni Storm locking it in tight. But wait a minute, Toni Storm. Oh wait, Sasha Banks able to roll her away, pushes her off, and Sasha Banks now holding her arm. She may have hurt herself off of that. But look at this now, Sasha Banks. Taunting the crowd, but she just got an elbow. Sasha Banks moves her out of the way and catches her with a clothesline. And catches her with another one. And now Sasha Banks with a huge drop kick. Huge drop kick, taking advantage of the matchup thus far. But look at this now. Sasha Banks tried to go for a kick to the gut. Toni Storm counters, tosses her towards the ropes with a German suplex. Beautifully delivered, caught her by the leg. And wait a minute now, Toni Storm piling Sasha Banks back up to her feet. But Banks taking control, pushes her away. Sasha Banks, wait a minute now, look at this Russian leg sweep. Sending Toni Storm right back down to her back. And another kick. Seriously, Sasha Banks is showing great resiliency right now against the ECW Women's Champion. Toni Storm trying to go for an elbow, but Banks got the elbow up. Or trying to go for a headbutt, but Sasha Banks got the elbow up. And now Banks going to go to the second rope again. Look at this, huge splash. Squashing Toni Storm down. And now it seems as if, Toni Storm is just relying on her old tactics. But, wait a minute now, Sasha Banks with a kick to the gut. Toni Storm now. Wait a minute. What is Sasha Banks thinking here? Sasha has Toni Storm, rolls her into the bank statement, but Toni Storm got her leg under the rope. Sasha Banks, she had no idea what was happening. She's angry. She's talking to the referee trying to keep a straight face. And no, he's angry. Sasha Banks trying to argue with his decision. But we clearly saw Toni Storm got her legs onto the rope. Toni Storm now taking advantage of Sasha Banks' arrogance and wait a minute now, what is this? Toni Storm rolling Sasha Banks up. Wait a minute now, pulls her away. Storm Zero. Cover. Toni Storm with the Storm Zero retains the ECW Women's Championship. One hell of a matchup here from Toni Storm and Sasha Banks, and in the end, Toni Storm able to retain her ECW Women's Championship, and Toni Storm solidifying herself as the top man here on ECW. And yes, I said top man. If you want to talk about it, talk about the new general manager of the women's division, Becky Lynch. That's a lie. I don't know why I came up with that. But Toni Storm winning the ECW Women's Championship is the top woman of the hill, the queen of the hill. But ladies and gentlemen, this happened at a recent live event in Minneapolis, Minnesota. As you can see, Joe Hendry of Ring of Honor and Jack Maverick of ECW were in a matchup when the grizzled young veterans hijacked the show and attacked both Maverick and Hendry. And as we know, Jack Maverick's suspension is now ended, and Jack Maverick has already asked, he wants a one-on-one matchup. He wants to show everybody that the grizzled young veterans are all hype. So with that, Jack Maverick will be making his in-ring return just before WrestleMania against one half of the grizzled young veterans, Zach Gibson, making his ECW debut. But there is the ECW World Tag Team Champions, Lince Dorado and Gran Metalik. I'm talking about Kalisto, who suffered a huge injury at Living Dangerously. Well, ladies and gentlemen, many of you may not have understood, but what I got from that was Kalisto has been sidelined indefinitely with a slip disc in his back, but big announcement, the ECW Tag Team Champions will be pulling out of WrestleMania due to fear of being attacked by the Guild, it seems almost. I mean, Kalisto has been taken out already, and Bobby Roode has been leading the Guild on such a treacherous path as of late. But that's for the future, ladies and gentlemen. For right now, we are going to be moving on to our third match of the night. The match just before the main event. Two of the brightest stars in professional wrestling will be stepping into the ring here tonight. Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star. Kota Ibushi has been making his name throughout Japan, throughout every single faction that you can think of, every single wrestling fed that you can think of, he's in it. And as you can see, Austin Theory, one of the most impressive ECW superstars in the shortest time that he's been here. Austin Theory was able to defeat Johnny Curtis in his debut match at Living Dangerously and give Apollo Crews one hell of a matchup, as the ECW World Championship was on the line. And Apollo Crews said to Austin Theory, I have faith in you, kid. That's what he said. And it seems as if, Austin Theory has been taking that to heart. I mean, now he steps into the ring for the third time, and he has one hell of a competition, especially against one of the brightest in, the Cruiserweight Classic, Kota Ibushi. I mean, Austin Theory chose not, was not going to be taking part in the Cruiserweight Classic, but Austin Theory definitely signed a good deal when he signed here onto ECW. But here we go, out of the gate, Austin Theory, oh my god! Kota Ibushi running at him with a fiery offense. Theory just lifts him up and slams him down for a spine buster and locks him into a single leg Boston crab. But now Kota Ibushi gonna take control once again, pushing Austin Theory off of him. And now oh my god, Kota Ibushi with these strikes just not holding back. I mean, the matchup hasn't even been going for a minute, and these guys are just firing like a house. Firing on all cylinders. I was going to say like a house on fire, but I already used that metaphor. But now Austin Theory, look at this. Oh, just got caught in the chest with a super kick, but then caught with another super kick directly under the chin. Kota Ibushi firing away with these strikes onto the back of Austin Theory. Ibushi, and just pressing him down. Kota Ibushi still not giving in. He's not, relying on, oh, wait a minute now, what is this? Kota Ibushi has him into a butterfly position. Austin Theory was going to be put in a bad way here. Theory pulls him out and drops him with a huge clothesline, turning him inside out. Austin Theory, oh, no, Theory, oh, God. Austin Theory just slamming the knee of Kota Ibushi into the mat. And now it seems as if, Austin Theory, Theory was trying to fight back with Ibushi. No-sold that one shot and then just shot him right back in the chest. And wait a minute, tried to go for a tiger suplex. Theory able to counter him with an elbow. And wait a minute now, Austin Theory lifts up Kota Ibushi. Oh my God, drops him on the top of his head with a patella drop. And into the pinfall, Theory hooking the leg. Kota Ibushi could be put away here. But as we see, Austin Theory still has a little bit to go before he can put him away. And Kota Ibushi, it seems as if, wait a minute, Austin Theory lifts up Kota Ibushi and just almost snaps him in half with that backbreaker. But now Austin Theory going to go to the top rope once again. Austin Theory, he has something in mind. Huge splash, but Kota Ibushi able to get the knees up. And wait a minute, Ibushi going to take control of Austin Theory's dead zone. Kota Ibushi lifts him up. Body slam, drops him down. Kota Ibushi, oh my God, again Kota Ibushi with these strikes. And again, nailing him right in the face. But now Kota Ibushi, tried to go for something big here, but Austin Theory moved out of the way, pulls him away, and drops him down with a sleeper slam. And now Theory going to the second rope, has Kota Ibushi in a bad way. But Kota Ibushi moves out of the way. Ibushi's going to take control. Oh, wait a minute now, look at this, Golden Star Powerbomb. Golden Star Powerbomb. 1, 2. Oh my God. Maybe he didn't put enough effort into it, but Austin Theory just kicked out of the Golden Star Powerbomb at 1. Wait a minute now. What is Ibushi thinking here? Grabbing Austin Theory. Oh my God. Look at this. A figure 4 leg lock in the middle of the ring. Austin Theory. He is just. Look at this. Theory is in a bad position. Theory's in the middle of the ring trying to get out of this. Oh my God, a huge slap from Theory, able to get him out of that, in that predicament in a quick way. Austin Theory now lifting up Kota Ibushi. Oh, look at that, spins him around into a, oh my God, torture rack into a power bomb. 1, 2, no. Austin Theory did not put Kota Ibushi away. Ibushi still fighting back at Austin Theory's every single attack. Oh, but Kota Ibushi with a kick to the gut. Ibushi with a knee directly to the nose of all day Austin Theory. Kota Ibushi gonna go to the top rope. What does he have in mind here? Look at this. Oh my God. Almost like a leg drop to the back of the head. Ibushi just propelled himself off of Austin Theory's head. And wait a minute now, Austin Theory getting out of the ring, trying to avoid an attack, but that didn't stop Kota Ibushi as he jumps to the outside with a huge drop kick. Good Lord, Kota Ibushi and Austin Theory, both of these men giving each other their all. Oh, wait a minute now, Kota Ibushi, oh no, could be looking for a power driver on the outside. Theory pushing Kota Ibushi over his head for a back body drop. Theory gonna counter, look at this, huge cutter on the outside. Count of 4 from the referee. Austin Theory has to get back into the ring, so does Kota Ibushi, and asking, you shall receive. But now Austin Theory is going to go to the top rope. Kota Ibushi's in the splash zone. Look at this now, another splash! But Kota Ibushi again counters. Kota Ibushi countering once again. And look at this now, Kota Ibushi sends him over. Look at this now. Look at these rapid knee strikes from Kota Ibushi. Not the Kamagoye. Definitely not the Kamagoye, but definitely effective in the slightest. But look at this now. Oh, gonna attack, but Austin Theory, he was able to catch the leg. He was able to catch the arm. And there you see Austin Theory just bleeding off of those knee strikes. Well, Austin Theory again delivering a drop kick, taking Kota Ibushi out in the process. Ducks under. Kota Ibushi with a kick to the gut. Oh, but Austin Theory stops him with a gut shot of his own. And now Theory taking control of the situation, rolls him up into a small package, and Austin Theory able to pick up the win. What an upset here from Austin Theory. One hell of a matchup from these two competitors. Austin Theory able to pick up the win here tonight. Quick small package maneuver, and Theory able to pick up the win. Ibushi definitely beside himself. Well, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that is the ECW World Champion, Apollo Crews. It looks like he is preparing with former WWE Superstar MVP to defend his ECW Championship in his open challenge at WrestleMania. What night that will be, that will soon follow. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have a development backstage. As you can see, oh my God. As you can see, that's new ECW Superstar Darby Allin firing away on Big E Langston. If you saw last week, after Darby Allin's victory over Johnny Curtis, Big E Langston attacking Darby Allin for no apparent reason. Darby Allin saying, all right, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you're going to get. And it looks like Darby Allin's returning the favor right now. Oh, wait a minute now. Darby Allin, look at this, trying to grab Big E Langston. But Big E, oh no, Big E using that size advantage. Look at this. Pulling him towards the ladder. Oh no, he was probably looking for the big ending. Oh my God, attacking the leg of Big E. That ladder just down and out on the floor. It seems as if Allen's been using it. Oh no, look at this. Oh my God. Code red onto the concrete. And Darby Allin just giving Big E Langston some sweet revenge. But, ladies and gentlemen, I was just going to announce next week's match card as Jack Maverick returns from his suspension and Zach Gibson makes his ECW debut. That is going to be one hell of an encounter. But also, we will be seeing the second Money in the Bank qualifying matchup as the leader of the guild, Robert Roode, Bobby Roode, whatever you want to call him, takes on the Alpha Academy's Chad Gable in the final slot for the Money in the Bank ladder match. But also, just announced, Big E Langston will be taking on Darby Allin, which is a reason why you saw them fighting just now. Big E Langston, Darby Allin step into the ring for the first time next week. But huge championship implications as the ECW Television Championship match will be in a street fight. Shane Thorne versus Killian Dane. The last man standing will walk out as ECW Television Champion. That is all next week, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can hear, as those guitars hit, John Morrison makes his way towards the ring. John Morrison making his first appearance in about a month or so, as the last time we saw him compete in the ring, he faced against Apollo Crews for the ECW Championship in a losing effort. So now John Morrison getting an opportunity of a lifetime. Morrison has walked into the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania before, most notably WrestleMania 24. But John Morrison now making his new name into ECW here, wants to represent ECW in a good way, so he wants to win that Money in the Bank contract. He wants to be the next world champion. I mean, he told Apollo Crews, nobody's taking that title off of you unless it's me. But it seems as if Apollo Crews is maybe a little bit more that John Morrison can ask for. But here, as you can see, making his return to the ring, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn has been through one hell of a roller coaster the last couple of weeks, months rather. Sami Zayn all the way starting back at ECW's first episode. Sami Zayn was able to qualify for the Gauntlet, which chosen Apollo Crews' opponent for the ECW World Championship at Guilty as Charged. And then Sami Zayn, winning that matchup, was going to walk into that matchup with the ECW Championship on his mind and leave with that championship around his waist. But it was Walter who halted all those plans, and after weeks of insanity and just anger building up, Sami Zayn finally got his wish in the main event of Living Dangerously when he defeated Walter by delivering a brainbuster off of the ladder. Ever since then, that was Sami Zayn's last match, but now he has another opportunity. He's main eventing ECW here tonight with John Morrison, and the winner will be walking into a WrestleMania with an opportunity at the Money in the Bank contract. Well, there you hear this crowd definitely behind Sami Zayn here tonight. I don't blame them. I mean, Sami Zayn's been ECW's golden boy ever since, the revival. I mean, Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn was always at the top of his game, and it seems as if he wasn't going to slow down. I mean, he was definitely World Championship material, but if it wasn't for Walter, Sami Zayn would have been ECW champion. And as you can see, Sami Zayn getting a good bit of offense right now, delivering that sit-out power slam onto John Morrison. Morrison now trying to get back up to his feet. Oh, but Morrison nailing Sami Zayn right in the chops. And look at this now, John Morrison off of the springboard for a Hurricane Rana. Beautifully delivered, but now, look at this, Morrison. Oh, God, telling Sami Zayn to get back up to his feet and just kicks him right in the chest. But look at this now, John Morrison, frog splash to Sami Zayn, splashing him down. John Morrison, it seems as if, he's taking on a quicker, more aggressive persona in the ring here. I mean, John Morrison seems as if Sami Zayn gives more and more. See, it seems as if John Morrison can't really hold up with, the new guys, but Morrison wants to prove. John Morrison wants to prove that that's not the case. He's still able to function as a competitor. But look at this now, Sami Zayn able to counter off of his misstep, trying to go for a half and half suplex. Morrison now counters, pulls him around. And John Morrison, whoa, what is this? John Morrison locking in a single leg Boston Crab, what a counter. And Morrison locking it in, Sami Zayn trying to get back into this matchup, but Sami Zayn, look at this, pushing John Morrison away. Pushing John Morrison away off of that. Oh, wait a minute now, Sami Zayn throwing John Morrison aside with a half and half suplex. John Morrison now getting back up to his feet. Oh, wait a minute now, Morrison now taking the attack, taking out the leg of Sami Zayn. But look at this now, John Morrison grabs Zayn and just spikes him on the top of his head with a DDT. And now John Morrison hooks the leg, could have him here, but Sami Zayn grabbing the rope. Oh, but Sami Zayn actually able to get the kick out. Referee did not notice that Sami Zayn grabbed the rope, so Sami Zayn had to kick out on his own avail. But look at this now, Sami Zayn grabbing Morrison. Oh, and a huge chop, but Morrison still lands on his feet. And wait a minute now, what is this? Sami Zayn slowly, oh my God. Huge crash landing from John Morrison. Sami Zayn now, look at this swanton bomb off of the springboard. But John Morrison able to counter. Look at this, he goes to the springboard himself. Hurricane Rana, Sami Zayn catches him midair and spikes him down for a jackknife powerbomb. And now into the pinfall, Sami Zayn grabbing John Morrison at the face. Could have this matchup won, but John Morrison still has a little bit more to give. Sami Zayn has been doing most of the punishment throughout this matchup. And now John Morrison taking the offense once again for this matchup to continue. John Morrison grabbing Sami Zayn. Oh, breaks him down. Backbreaker into a neckbreaker. Delivers. And now John Morrison going to the top rope, having Sami Zayn in position, but he takes out the ref. And now, as you can see, John Morrison taking control of the matchup with an elbow. No, John Morrison now grabbing Sami Zayn. Moonlight drive. Moonlight drive to Sami Zayn. John Morrison hooks the leg. The referee barely getting back. No pinfall. 1, 2. But Sami Zayn, off of the referee's assistance, was able to kick out at 2. John Morrison cannot believe it. John Morrison's in disbelief looking at the referee. But as you can see now, John Morrison continuing the attack. Now, Sami Zayn with a chop. Oh, man, and another attack from Sami. Sami Zayn now grabbing John Morrison, but Morrison with a back elbow to the face of Sami Zayn. Morrison throws a drop kick. Sami Zayn able to move out of the way. Sami Zayn taking quick control of this matchup thus far. Sami Zayn able to pull him down and pulls him into a huge crossface maneuver. Sami Zayn could have John Morrison put away here, but Sami Zayn seems as if he has a little bit more at stake. And there you see Sami Zayn tossing John Morrison away. And look at that, Sami Zayn getting right in the face of John Morrison with a right hand. Sami Zayn struggling to stand up. Look at this. John Morrison tried to go for an enziguri, but Sami Zayn was still ducked down. He avoided it. And now Sami Zayn grabbing John Morrison. Morrison counteracts with a huge knee. Oh, but Sami Zayn dropping John Morrison right back down. Oh, wait a minute now. What is this? Sami Zayn throwing John Morrison down and drops the knee right onto the throat. Like I said, Sami Zayn and John Morrison, it seems like, Sami Zayn trying to go for the Blue Thunder Bomb. John Morrison able to land on his feet off of that. Look at this. Drops him for a sidewalk backbreaker. John Morrison still relying on that bit of offense. John Morrison continues the attack on Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn immediately out of the gate, knocking John Morrison right in the face with an elbow. Sami Zayn now awaiting John Morrison get back up to his feet. Sami Zayn taking control. Oh, man. Huge right hand from Sami Zayn, stopping in the process. Now Sami Zayn going to go to the top rope, or to the outside here. What is this now? Sami Zayn propels himself off the top for the Arabian press, and he knocks down John Morrison in the process. Sami Zayn now taking advantage of the situation, sends John Morrison back into the ring. Sami Zayn on the climax line here. Sami Zayn still relying on these attacks. Oh, but John Morrison able to stop him with a huge elbow. Oh no, but Sami Zayn grabbing John Morrison and tossing him away with a dragon screw. John Morrison now goes to the outside, trying to recover. Sami Zayn still in the middle of the ring. Look at this, sends himself over and takes out John Morrison. The referee continuing to count as Sami Zayn is just still firing away on John Morrison. Sami Zayn going to the top rope now. John Morrison is in a bad position here. This could be Sami Zayn's retribution. This could be his opportunity to get back at the ECW champion. Oh, but Sami Zayn taking the opportunity, delivers a missile drop kick and knocking John Morrison down, pulls him back up to his feet, tries to throw an elbow, but Morrison throws a kick in return. Oh, and Morrison trying to throw an elbow of his own. Sami Zayn retracts. Look at this now. Sami Zayn lifts up John Morrison, drops him for a brain buster. But look at this, John Morrison had his foot on the rope, immediate kick out. And wait a minute now, Sami Zayn pulling John Morrison in the middle of the ring here, too, but no. John Morrison able to get the shoulder up even after Sami Zayn was able to adjust the pinfall just for those quick seconds. John Morrison took advantage and got back up just like he did right there. He kicks right back up to his feet. And now John Morrison with the clothesline sends him away. John Morrison going to go off the rope, sends him with a single leg drop kick. As you can see now, Sami Zayn in a bad position as Morrison fires away. Look at this now, the C4 from John Morrison into the pinfall. Morrison hooks the leg. Is Morrison going to go to WrestleMania? But no. Sami Zayn with the kick out. John Morrison still giving his all. Sami Zayn and John Morrison, they've been colliding over the years all over the world. But now John Morrison, look at this, sending Sami Zayn to the outside. Sami catches himself, but look at this now, John Morrison to the outside. Sami Zayn sidesteps. Good Lord, John Morrison went crashing down to the outside, almost 12 feet to his back. And Sami Zayn, just sidestepping out of the way, took control of the matchup thus far, sending John Morrison back into the ring. But now Sami Zayn's going to go to the top rope. I don't know what he has in mind, but it is not good in the slightest way, as Sami Zayn delivers a swanton bomb onto John Morrison. Sami Zayn now, look at this, going to take control. John Morrison able to maneuver himself away, but John Morrison trying to go for a drop kick. Sami Zayn moves. Sami Zayn throws a kick. John Morrison able to push him down. But now John Morrison, wait a minute, pushing Sami Zayn away. What is this? John Morrison, oh, wait a minute. What does he have in mind? Look at this, a front chancery. The last chancery, as it's called. He has it locked in tight on Sami Zayn. John Morrison utilizing every bit of offense he can. Sami Zayn, wait a minute, look at this. Look at the fighting of spirit of Sami Zayn. Look at the ability that Sami Zayn is possessing right now. Morrison back up to his feet, gets caught and dropped into the corner for a huge exploder suplex. Sami Zayn dropping John Morrison right on the top of his head. But wait a minute now, Sami Zayn on the second rope here. Look at this, jumps up to the top. Oh! And I think he may have, Sami Zayn barely grazing John Morrison, but he was still effective in that. But Sami Zayn may have taken himself out along with Morrison. But now, as you can see, Sami Zayn getting back up to his feet, dragging John Morrison towards the middle of the ring. And Sami Zayn, attacking the arm of John Morrison once again. And Sami Zayn trying to throw a chop. Morrison throws another chop of his own. And look at this now, Morrison firing away with these right hands onto Sami. And that right hand just knocked Sami Zayn out of commission. But now John Morrison, wait a minute, he's going in a very familiar position for him. As John Morrison now goes to the top rope. And Morrison in position, but Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn got back up to his feet. John Morrison is in a bad position here. Morrison got caught on the top rope. Oh no, look at this, Sami Zayn has him up. Brain Buster! Sami Zayn dropping him on the top of his head, on the top of the turnbuckle. Sami Zayn is going to WrestleMania. One hell of a matchup to close out ECW here tonight and cement the first spot in ECW. Look at that. John Morrison was getting dropped on the top of his head. But Sami Zayn is your first man to be representing ECW in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Thank you everybody for joining us here tonight, and we will see you next time on ECW.